Hello, hello. Hello, guys. Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome back to another video here at Pocket Option. I'm your host. Welcome back. If you have been here with us, welcome in general. If this is your first time joining this video, of course, we're going to talk about a new method, a new strategy that all of you can take advantage from. I'm going to show you exactly how it works. We're going to go in details. And of course, we're going to place some live trades as well. I just wanted to make sure that I can be heard and can be seen. So you guys, if you can just leave me a heads up or a thumbs up or whatever, that would be great. In the meantime, let's just wait a few more seconds so everyone can join. FC5 Prevention says hello from Canada. Alex says Fibonacci. I want to learn. What gave it away? I'm sure it was a thumbnail. Nevertheless, Lucio Marcio Vecchio says hello from Argentina. Hello to Argentina, hello to Canada, hello to the rest of the world, wherever you're going to be watching this video. Nevertheless, guys, without further ado, let's jump right into what we're going to talk today. Vincent Okoro says, I hear you and see you joining from Abuja, Nigeria. Hello to Nigeria, hello to you as well, Vincent. So, as you already know, guys, I mean, the thumbnail, the title description gave it away. We are going to talk about the Fibonacci retracement. And of course, we're going to discuss what is the Fibonacci, how is it used, why is it used, and how it can basically help us as traders find good, perfect, or whatever you want to call it, entry points for us to be able to make, as of course, more successful trades than unsuccessful trades. Jade Suleiman says, hello from Nigeria. Been looking forward to this. Thanks for the session on the Donchian channel. It's been a game changer. Jade, you are very welcome. I'm so glad to hear that this content has been useful to you and to everybody else. I hope that it will continue to provide, of course, usefulness and good luck with everything. Now, we're going to talk, of course, today about the Fibonacci retracement, which can be found right over here, not in the technical analysis, or if I should say, the indicators. They can be found here. So once you click on this, this is where you can also draw on the platform, and basically that's where you can find it. Now, once I applied, you may not understand a lot what it is, but before I get into how to set it up, how it works, so on and so forth, let me give you a little bit explanation of basically what is the Fibonacci retracements. In a nutshell, it is basically a tool that identifies potential support and resistance levels based on the Fibonacci sequence, which is basically a mathematical pattern or a natural mathematical pattern found in nature, in art, and of course in the financial markets. And that is why people use it. Now, the Fibonacci sequence or the Fibonacci retracement, the Fibonacci in general has actually been discovered by Mr. Leonardo Fibonacci. I think he was from Italy, and that was, I think, in the 1100th century. It was many, many years ago, and the guy was a mathematician. Nevertheless, as I said earlier, guys, the Fibonacci, they help us understand support and resistance levels, but when would they be more useful is, of course, for us to understand when it's the best time to re-enter the market. Now, before I add my Fibonacci here, what I wanted to show you, if I didn't add it, you'll be looking at a chart like this, right? Now, in general, the Fibonacci works when we have a trend to the upside or to the downside. And what it will basically do for us, it will help us capture the pullback, after the finish of the pullback, and then we were trying to enter the pullback so we can continue the trend, whether it's going to the upside, whether it's moving to the downside. Daniel Zago is asking for the promo code. Do bear with us, Daniel. The promo code is going to appear soon on the on your screen. Keep in mind that it's going to appear anytime between this video, so I would suggest that you pay attention to this video and you should be able to see it appear soon. Now, the best part is that if I look at a chart like this, right, look at this upward trend, and then we see a pullback right over here, an upward trend, a pullback right over here, an upward trend, and perhaps, I'm not sure now, a pullback right over here. Now, in general, the best entry would be if we entered here, right? Or if we entered here. That's what we're trying to do. Because whenever there is an upward trend or a downward trend, there are always, or most of the times, pullbacks. And traders, a lot of traders, clever traders, they wait for a pullback to happen and then enter a position because they're trying to catch the most perfect entry point. And that is why we have the Fibonacci levels, which can help us identify those entry levels. So I'm just going to apply the Fibonacci right now, just for you to see how it works. Of course, you're going to be able to see a 0 and then over here a 1. In other terms, this is 0 or 100%. That's how I like to call it. And I'm going to change it, to be honest. I'm going to go to my levels. I'm going to change it into percentage. Then I'm going to go to my styles. I just like to play around with the colors just for my eyes only. I'm going to make it a little bit thicker. I'm going to make this white and just save it. Now, it is important to understand if you're going long or if you're going short. And in our case, since the trend is to the upside, we are expecting a pullback and then a continuation to the upside. So in this case, my 100% needs to be at the bottom and my 0 needs to be at the highest point it has ever reached. And in this case, it is right over here. Now, the lowest point of this upward trend is right over here. See this double bottom? Usually when there's a double bottom, guys, there's usually an upward or a downward trend. Sorry, if it's a double bottom, then the shift to the upside will be strong again. Now, you're going to see those levels, you're going to see those supports, resistances, and you can actually see how very well they are respected. I drew it right over here, right? But look at it over here. I mean, this is done by the Fibonacci, but you might ask me, okay, how the hell does the Fibonacci know that this is now a support or resistance? Because we can see clearly here that this has turned into support. And then the resistance here has been broken. And then look at over here. This is another resistance broken to the upside. And then the price has actually found it difficult here to break to the upside, which was a resistance. The same happened here. This became a support. Look how many times it was respected here, and then we have a resistance over here. So then our Fibonacci now technically is set. So now you might be asking, okay, so when can I enter, right? There are so many levels. When is the best time for me to place a long trade since I'm expecting that there's going to be pullback, then the price is going to go higher? Well, that will be the most logical question. Well, first of all, since I have told you these are percentages where the price would pull back, in a sense, we're only measuring from this distance to distances over here. So I'm going to show you to make it clear. We're measuring this distance here to this distance right over here. So this is the only thing we're measuring. And I'm going to show you even later how you're going to measure, or if you want to use the Fibonacci retracement, how you're going to do it. Nevertheless, now, since I found my bottom, because it was a pullback here, then shoot up to the upside, then I believe that I found a resistance right over here. So now I'm expecting a pullback. Now, these are all support levels. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Even the ones below. But we're not going to talk about the ones below because now they're not important. Now, this, what you see here, 23.6, it basically means that the price has pulled back 23.6% from here. This is my starting point. This is my end point. So it retraced from here to here, 23.6%. If you move down below, you will see that it has retraced 38.2%. If you move even lower, this is 50%. This is 61.8. This is 78.6, and this is 100%. Now, if a price moves back all the way to 100%, then you can expect that it's going to move even lower. That means that this is not a pullback, so it invalidates this kind of pullback and continuation to the upside. Now, the golden ratio, or the golden point, let's say, that a lot of traders look for, the psychological one that they're expecting, or it's mostly hit, is the 61.8, which is considered to be the golden ratio, the 50%, and also sometimes the 38.2, which means that you can use all of them. However, what I'm going to add to this strategy is my RSI. And I'm going to tell you why I'm going to add the RSI. First of all, I'm going to choose a 7 period. And the reason why I'm going to choose a 7 period is because I'm trading with short time frames. And I'm trading on a 30-second candlestick time frame, and I chose a 2-minute expiration time. Now, I've put the RSI 7 because I'm trading on short expiry times, and I'm going to use my RSI as a secondary confirmation that we have actually reached a bottom and it's time to reverse. Gratefully You says, good afternoon, Ruan here from South Africa. Great explanation. Gratefully You, sorry, Ruan, welcome. Thank you very much for your kind words. I hope this is going to be useful for you as well. So do pay attention. And of course, if you have any questions, do let me know. Now, we can see that the price is trying to find support. I mean, it is a support level here, but it's trying to respect this line. My RSI is already showing me that we are below 30. So this is a good sign that we have basically bottomed in the RSI eyes, but I want more of a confirmation here, or a green candle, or an engulfing green candle, or a shoot up to the upside, so I can know that, you know what, the market has bottomed. And it seems to be that perhaps it has. What I'm going to do, I'm going to open a buy trade. Nevertheless, it doesn't mean now this price is going to continue going to the upside forever and that's it. Of course, the price might still consolidate here and then move to the downside, because the price perhaps is not 100%, because, sorry, the Fibonacci levels in general, they're not 100% accurate. Nothing is. We've already discussed this many, many times, that nothing is 100%. Nothing is set in stone. Whether you're using technical indicators, whether you're following the news, nothing is guaranteed in life. And I'm sure that you guys already know this. So we use technical indicators to help us to make a more confident decision, right? So we are more confident that, you know what, this is telling me that it's going to go up. That's telling me it's going to go up. I believe it's going to go up. Then yes, that's a more educated entry point. So that's basically what is happening. That's why I'm using my Fibonacci levels. That's why I've also added my RSI as well, for even more confirmation. Now, it seems to be right over here that it seems that, yes, it looks like it is respecting this support level, but we need to wait and see if this is actually going to continue to the upside, or it might hit here the resistance point and then continue to come back down. We don't know yet, but we are trying to enter this upward trend, the pullback, and then re-enter it and go to the upside. Don't forget, guys, I'm trading on very short expiry times. The Fibonacci levels are more respected in longer durations. Okay, so if you're trading on longer expiry times, or even something that, or if you're trading in cryptos or forex, it could be more useful, more beneficial to you. We have another 12 seconds to go. It seems to be that we are very close to our entry point. Very, very close. 3 seconds to go. 2, 1. Unsuccessful trade. However, look how close it is to my entry point. So, I mean, another few seconds, I would have won this trade. Nevertheless, this was a loss. I am using 30 seconds of candlestick time frames. I am using 2 minutes of expiration times. Nevertheless, it seems to be that we have bottomed here, and it's going to continue to the upside. Since I've already missed this this trade, I'm going to try to find more examples for you guys, and so I can show you, of course, more examples. Shok Salim, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly, says, hello, scammer trader. First of all, Shok Salim, I respect anything what you say. I'm not here to argue with anyone. I just wanted to say that I'm just giving educational information. I do understand that you're saying that indicators are just trash. I see that you are not happy with perhaps your results, and of course you're trying to push your thoughts to everybody else. I respect everyone's decision. Whether you believe something or not, that is totally acceptable, and that is totally up to everyone to decide on their own what they like to do. However, it's important also to understand that technical indicators are not created by somebody like me or somebody who was born, I don't know, yesterday, or they're not created by random people. They're created by very respected people, mathematicians, professors, so on and so forth. These are based on mathematical numbers. Now, again, this does not mean that past performance is a guarantee for your future opening trades. That is why whenever we use technical indicators, it's very important to fully understand them, but also use them with a pinch of salt, because nothing is guaranteed. So, guys, it seems to me that we have a double bottom here. It could be very well the point here, just like we had here, and we could continue to the upside. Of course, I could have opened the trade right over here when I was discussing this, but I did not, because I'm here just to show you to understand the Fibonacci levels, and of course, not just to trade randomly. Now, it seems to be that we do have a double bottom here, but nevertheless, I'm going to go now, move ahead, and show you another example, perhaps on another currency pair, to see if we can find or spot more opening. To identify more better opportunities. This doesn't mean like a trend very strong to the upside. This one seems to be. So if I were to trade this, I would set my Fibonacci's like this. Fibonacci retracement. Now, because this is to the upside, I'm expecting that the Fibonacci, the price is going to continue to go to the upside. So I'm expecting a pullback, then to the upside. I'm going to have my zero touch the maximum price, and my one to my lowest price. In this case, it could be this one. It could be also this one, but I'm going to choose this one. Now, no, not this one. This one right over here. The reason why is because we've had already higher highs here, higher lows as well. See this? Higher low, higher low, higher low. It's keep going even higher. Poke Trade is asking about the promo code. Poke Trade, sorry for spoiler if I fail. Your promo code is, I'm not sure if that is it, but it's going to appear very, very soon. Ramesh is saying, hi, I'm Ramesh from Chennai. I am happy to learn more on this Fibonacci indicator. You're very welcome, Ramesh. I hope that you enjoy this trading session. Remember, this is an educational training session. And of course, guys, you're free also to trade how you like. This is one way to trade this. Nevertheless, I'm going to try to find a more suitable market conditions where I can draw my Fibonacci levels better. AUD, New Zealand, see, highest point, then it went to the upside, so this is not going to be useful for me. Okay, this one, yeah, this one perhaps could be. So let me draw my Fibonacci retracement here. Remember, guys, if we're going to continue the trend to the upside, that means that my zero is going to touch the top price, and my one needs to be placed at the pullback. So there we go. This is how you set it up. So I'm going to put it right over here. This is up to the bottom. And then what I'm going to do as well is that I can always change this to my percent. I'm going to put this yellow 3. This is white and save. All right. So now I do have my RSI here. My RSI is pointing to me that we are already very near our over sold territory. So we might see a bounce. We do have a strong support here, which was a resistance before. Now it has turned into support. And let's wait and see how the price is going to react. Now, remember, the golden ratio is 61.8 also considered the 50% a very strong momentum or a very strong signal or a price correction that a lot of traders expect the price to come back and then move to the upside. Nevertheless, I'm going to wait and see how it's going to move. Let me just see. All right, guys. So we are already 20 minutes in, guys. I'm going to share with you the promo code just like I promised. There it is. It is FIBO 100 for a deposit bonus of 100%. I'm going to share it one more time. The promo code is FIBO 100, FIBO 100. So if you're a first-time trader, and you make a deposit, you will get 100% on your deposit as well. All right. So in order for us to open a position, Pauk Trade says I was right. You were absolutely right. You nailed it. Good for you. So we're going to have to wait for the price to pull back, reach those levels. We need a confirmation from the RSI. Of course, the best entry would be if the RSI pierces the 30 and then tries to move back up. That would be the perfect entry, specifically if the price also reaches the 50 or the 61.8. But also remember, guys, we need to see also even more confirmation, like a bullish engulfing candle to give me more confidence that, you know what, maybe this is the bottom and now we're gonna move to the upside. The pullback is over. Now we see that the pullback is continuing to make lower lows. So we're going to have to wait and see. If it never reaches the 50, that is also a possibility, which makes it seem like the trend is strong and it wants to keep going to the upside. And also, guys, do not forget that we're trading on 30 seconds candlestick time frame, which is very, very short. So the inaccuracy is even higher. Let's see, we're trying to pierce the 38.2%. It seems that we are moving to the downside. My RSI has already broken my 30 level. We've reached the 50. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see, we have another 4 seconds for this candle to close. Then I want to see a green candle form because this is already showing me that, you know what, we are oversold. But let's see. So I'm gonna prepare myself. The 50 level has already been breached. It seems like we're respecting it. Let's see. RSI still under 30, guys. See, it's moving even further down. I'm expecting a 61.8% pullback from the top over here. But again, this doesn't mean that it's going to have to touch it perfectly. I just want a green candle to form and close for me to understand, you know what? We are trying now to move to the upside again. Let's see. You see that? It is not totally confirmed. Nevertheless, 61.8 is the golden ratio. I opened a trade even though that I shouldn't have. And the reason why is because I did not see a green candle form to show me that, you know what, the bulls are trying to fight now. Seems that we're moving to the upside. I pressed the buy just because we've hit the 61.8, which is the golden ratio. Nevertheless, let's see what's going to happen. There's a very, very popular saying that says, do as I say, but not as I do. Because, guys, we're all human. We all make mistakes. We all try to do the best that we can. Nevertheless, our 61.8 has been breached, but this bullish engulfing candle is trying to pull back to the upside. We still have some time here. This seems kind of bullish, even though I do see a strong wick, a big, strong green wick here, which is not very positive for a bullish reversal as of yet. Nevertheless, let's see. See, the bulls are trying hard here. I can see the fight. You can clearly see that The bulls are trying to take over here. This is an upward trend. We've seen so many times. We've seen a pullback here, guys. A pullback here, a pullback here, here, here. This seems to be like a pullback as well. Now, what do you also see here? We've seen higher lows. Very, very important to notice this. Higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Okay, this was very close, and higher lows is again as well. Let me zoom in. Seems to be that we have found the bottom, and the trend will be continuing to the upside from here. Seems to be. Everything seems to be pointing to that. So we did get a positive trade. We did get profit from our last trade. We are technically 1-1 now. Nevertheless, you see how strong this bullish engulfing candle is. It's trying to take over. Bulls are trying to take over now. You see my RSI is already climbed already above 30. It even hit 50. It's trying to take over. Nevertheless, this trade is over. We're going to move now to another scenario, another possible entry for us, guys. For those of you who are watching, let me share with you the promo code once again. The promo code is FIBO100. If you're interested to make a deposit and take advantage of the promo code, it is FIBO100. So let's move back to our Fibonacci retracement. Yes, we have an upward trend here. We do have a correction here, but it's not a very strong upward move. This would have been a nice entry. See how strong this upward trend? We have a correction here. This would have been the best entry point, right? But it doesn't mean that you wouldn't have made profit here as well, because if I've opened here on the red one, that means 30 seconds. If I had opened on this bullish green candle, that means 30 seconds, 1 minute, 1 minute 30, 2 minutes, I would have still made a profit right over here as well. So let's try to find another best example. Look at how many pullbacks we've had here all the way to the top. This would have been, I would say, maybe from here. Let's see. Now remember, because this is an uptrend, this is going to go to the upside to the highest point. And this one, if I put it over here, it won't really make a lot of sense. The reason why is because we've had a lot of higher lows. Look at this, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Even here, here, here. So it seems to be, as you can see, this kind of support here has been very much being respected. So we haven't seen a breakdown yet for me to say, you know what, there is a correction, strong pullback, and I want to re-enter this position. Unless you are trading differently in this particular scenario and you're trading on this support over here, and as soon as we touch this support, you open a buy position. Yes, you can also trade it like that. But that's not the case for us today. So I'm going to try to find another better entry point. You can also do it on a downtrend. So if I find a good downtrend with a possible I think we have already missed this one. Let's see. All right, because this is downtrend, I'm going to put this to the absolute bottom price, which is right over here. And it's important to understand that you also need to count the wicks, not just the body. The wicks is also important because the price did reach that place. It did reach it. So if I put it here, I can see that the price was very much respected at the 50%, and then we rejected to the downside. So there's a very possible scenario that we've already hit the pullback price. We might hit it again and create a double bottom or a double top, if you want to call it, and we might continue to the upside. But my RSI is still undecided because it's trying to pierce it now. Let's see. It's coming from a downtrend. Sorry, from an uptrend. It's moving to the downside. Seems to be that my resistance here has become support level. So it wouldn't make a lot of sense to open a short position at this particular moment, unless it pulls back, it moves back into this area over here, which eventually did. So this could have been, you see, but it wasn't the perfect entry for me because I prefer that when the RSI pierces the 70, goes even higher, and then when it goes back in, I open my trade. So in this particular case, it's not the perfect example for me to show you guys, so we can move to another currency pair. Euro USD, OTC, what do we have here? Okay, this one seems good, but I think that we already missed it. Let's see. Fibonacci retracement. My zero, since it's an upward trend, I'm going to put it over here, and then I'm going to put it right over here. So it seems to be that we've already touched my 50. We nearly touched the 61.8. RSI was oversold, but again, it wasn't the perfect, the piercing part. But again, it doesn't mean it needs to pierce. It's just me that I prefer more confidence when I open a trade. So once this closed above, this is a perfect sign that the bulls are trying to take over, because there's a strong green wick here and a body over here, which does indicate a reversal. And this is exactly what we're looking at over here. And that is why I said I believe we are already late at this pullback. So in this case, guys, we need to look at something else, or you have to be patient. You have to wait until this forms a new higher high and then tries to make another pullback, and then you put your Fibonacci retracement to find yourself another pullback entry. I don't understand what Zain Toktowala is saying. Dumi TDJ saying you're such a disciplined trader. No offense, you're absolutely right. I mean, I personally, I like to have as much confirmations as possible. I've been self-trading by myself for many, many years. I do understand how things work. And of course, it doesn't mean that I'm always perfect. The whole idea, guys, is to be able to make more successful trades than unsuccessful trades, because there is no such thing as a perfect trader. There is nobody, whoever tells you that he has made 20 out of 20 successful trades and he's very confident and he's always doing it, never makes a mistake, then sorry, but this is absolutely not possible unless you have some insider information. But even then, you're still going to hit a barrier at some point, because the prices, they don't care who is trading. Like, it doesn't care if you are behind the screen or I'm behind the screen or anybody else is behind the screen. The price is still going to react based on the whole world, the economical events all around the world, people in general, how they're spending their money, they're converting their currencies. So it's everything put together. So what do we have here? We do have a resistance over here. We have a top here. Yes, I could open one here. Let's see. Because I'm expecting the price is going to go even higher. I'm going to put it right over here. And let's see. So, guys, the reason why I put it here is because this was the top, not here, but over here. And then this was the bottom. Let me just fix it even better right over here. So now, if I were to trade this, let me just change it to percentage, because I like percentage overall. I don't like to be confused. White and safe. All right. So it did reach over here. It did come to 38.2%. It might come back even further down, but since we have already higher lows, okay, this just invalidated a new higher low. So it means that we could see even another correction to the downside. Let's see. Now, overall, this is not an uptrend. You can see it. If I scroll back, this is not an uptrend. So very, very likely, this is not an uptrend, so the price will not continue to go to the upside, but very likely it's going to continue to go to the downside based on my overall trend. Yes, we have an upward trend over here, and then a downward trend over here. So Nadi M. Pregunto says hello. Hello to you as well. Welcome. So, I'm going to need to find a better example. Or I need to be more confident for me to be able to place a trade. All right, I like this upward trend. Is this a pullback and then continuation? Let's see. Let's see. All right. If the price breaks below and touches this level over here, my RSI is already very close to the oversold area, but not yet. Let's see. Keeps going further down. Lucio Marcio Vecchio says, nice video. Thank you very much, Lucio. I hope that you're enjoying this. My RSI seems to that it touched the 30 level. It's moving to the upside, but I need more of a bullish candle confirmation, a closed candle for me to fully understand that perhaps we are moving again to the upside. There has been some consolidation here, which is not very positive for a continuation to the upside, which is why it's not a very, very, very good example right over here. I'm going to try to find even a better one, guys. Just bear with me. Because the market conditions need also to allow us to be able to place those trades. Okay, this is a green candle, strong wick to the downside. I'm going to open a buy position. All right. Now, the reason I opened a buy position, even though this is quite risky, and the reason I say this is because we have a lot of consolidation here. Take a look at this. We have a resistance over here. We have a support over here. Now, the price has been consolidating a lot in this area, which is why I said it's very, very risky. Nevertheless, I opened my trade because I saw this green candle and then I saw another green bullish engulfing candle, which also included a green wick over here to the bottom and a strong big green body on the top. Seems to be that this consolidation is not over. Let's see. FC Fire Prevention is asking, how low can it go? That's a very good question, but how low, it's something that nobody can know. However, the price, if it touches my maximum, let's say over here, which is at 100% pullback from the top, it is very, very likely that the price is going to continue to move to the downside, which invalidates this pullback. And that is why I said, guys, we are coming from up to down, which I was expecting, to be honest, a continuation to the downside. And that is why I wasn't 100% sure if this would be a pullback or a continuation to the downside. We did make a higher high here from here to here, which was an indication for me that, yes, perhaps we are going to continue to go to the upside. It is a pullback and we'll continue to go to the upside. But the bigger picture is telling me otherwise. If I zoom out, I see that I'm coming from up to down, and then from here, from down to up. Now, it's very important to understand that I'm trading on very short expiry times. I've said it before, which adds more of uncertainty to these Fibonacci levels and to this particular trading strategy. So if you were to try it, guys, remember, try it on your practice account. Play with the expiry times. Perhaps if you're a long-term trader, when I say long-term trade, it doesn't mean that you have to trade on 1 hour or 2 hours. You can always try longer minutes. So remember, if you're going to use any type of expiry time, try to times it by, If you're going to use any type of candlestick timeframes, which are over here, always multiply the expiration time by 3, because we need time to understand the markets. We need time to observe and analyze the markets, but you need longer expiry times for your strategy to be able to play out better. We have touched the 50% over here. I don't really like this setup. I'm going to try to find one more example for you guys. Hopefully it's going to be a better example. Okay, this seems to be going all the time See, it's making higher highs and making higher lows. You see that? So if I were to trade this, I would take it from here. But there is a double top here, so we might break this. Let's see. Fibonacci. Take the top there. And here, see, this would have been the absolute pullback for me. But my RSI did not agree 100%. So we're going to have to wait and see if it's going to continue to go to the downside. Another thing that I forgot to mention, if you have something like this, where we have a few times the price touching the top, if this price breaks my resistance, which is right over here, and continues to go to the upside, that's fine. It can happen. What you can do, if the price goes higher, closes above, not just goes higher, needs to close, and then retraces or pullbacks to my support level here, it's another indication that you can open a long position. Because if this is a strong support, it's going to respect it, and very likely, since it's an upward trend direction, it's going to continue to go to the upside. So yes, that is another indication for where you can open a long position. Let's wait and see if it's going to continue to go to the downside. I want my RSI to at least touch the 30 over here for me to be able to understand that, you know what, we do have a pullback. We do have, it's moving even further down. I do not expect this to come over here by no means, but this could be a good level here, a double bottom. I'm gonna prepare myself. I could have opened a position here at the double bottom, even though my RSI didn't touch 30, because I had another indication, which was my double bottom, and of course the fact that I'm expecting the pullback to end and continue to go to the upside. Nevertheless, let's wait and see. It's breaking below this higher low, but let's see. Or maybe it was just a wick, and that's it. I think the 618 would be the perfect entry point if it reaches it. Because my RSI seems to be behaving like, you know what, if you come over here, this is going to come over here, and then that would be a good entry point, which I'm going to open a buy position. All right. I did make a mistake. I wanted to, okay, here we go. Okay, I opened two trades. The reason why is because I made a mistake and I opened one here, but I wanted to open exactly at the 61.8. Even though my RSI did touch this, the reason why is because I have a very strong, if I do this, take a look at this. Look at how strong this support level is, because this one used to be a resistance. Look how many times it touched. Look how many times. There's so many times I can technically count them. There's so many, which gave me a very strong possibility. My 618, which is this one here, 618. I'm going to put it back here so you can see it better. There we go. Is a golden ratio. One of the most anticipated, or the level that so many people, traders, I would like to say, expected to touch and continue to go to the upside. That is why I opened these two trades right over here. I didn't catch the absolute bottom, but that's fine, because I still think that I opened my trade at a good position, because we have a resistance. We have a support here and a resistance before, and since it's a very strong upward trend, did see some pullbacks. I'm expecting that this pullback is over. I have a lot of information for me to confirm that. My RSI is already did show me oversold, not the perfect oversold where it pierced the bottom and, you know, is trying to come back up. It is showing me oversold though. The last time we saw the oversold was here, and it wasn't perfectly oversold. This was, I would say, 90-95% oversold. This one I would say was 80% oversold. Of course, the 100% oversold is when you go even lower than 30. Nevertheless, my first trade was successful. Second and third trade was successful. I made 3 successful trades because I was expecting, and it seems to be that I was right, that this seems to be the bottom, the absolute bottom, and we might continue to go to the upside. Something like this is very possible, very, very possible, and that what I was trying to catch exactly. Guys, this was the training session today. This is our Fibonacci retracement. Remember, you can always use them. You can also use them when the market is going to the upside, but also when the market is going to the downside. Now, also remember that the Fibonacci retracements are used for us to be able to catch the pullback and enter at the best possible entry. Take a look at this, guys. You see how the price is even jumping and continue to go to the upside, because I believe we've hit the nail in the coffin where it was telling us that this is the actual bottom. Nadi Me Pregundo says, nice session. You are very welcome, guys. I do this for you. I hope that you enjoy it. Let me share with you the promo code one more time. It is FIBO100. I hope that this was useful for you. Guys, I would very much appreciate if you like this video, leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and of course leave a comment down below. Let me know what you enjoyed, what you didn't enjoy, or also what you would like to see in the future. We will have upcoming videos like this coming up soon. Stay tuned. If you want, turn on the notifications on this YouTube channel, because then you'll be informed when there's going to be another video coming up. Doomy TDJ says, please try USD SGD OTC. When you say USD SGD, do you mean like to do another Fibonacci retracement trade? I didn't quite understand. Or is it something that you're suggesting for the future? Guys, we really appreciate if you do leave a comment. Let us know what you would like. In the meantime, I want to thank you very much for joining this session. If you enjoy it, like I said, leave a like. And of course, I will see you very, very soon in the future. So take care. Always use money management or risk management when you're trading. Do not trade randomly, and always follow a strategy. In the meantime, guys, take care, and I'll see you very, very soon.